Yo, dog, Kenny Boucher, hitting you up with another West Coast Guerrilla Battle Report featuring Wyatt Turk from Jack of Clubs Painting on Twitch and YouTube, also rotating guest on the Long War podcast. Take a look at his Triple Battalion Eldar list. You can pause the video here to take a look at it. Pretty solid stuff. Now, of course, my list, we've been working on it over on our tactics page on Patreon with a secret Facebook group. We've got the list in the drive. We've been having a lot of success with this. Out the gate, it is Dawn of War. We're playing this on the end of Sunday at Barry Open in the Bay Area, of course. I picked Gangbusters, Headhunter, and Recon. He picked Big Game Hunter, Headhunter, and Engineers. These are solid secondaries for the matchup. Obviously, Big Game Hunters, I'm going for one of those big grotesque stars. And obviously, my list is really good at getting Recon, so I go first. Kind of important here, but my list is set up to go safely second in almost all matchups, but I'll take the first turn where I can get it. These C-Beam Contemptors are going to do what they do. I have a mobile bubble wrap, turn 1 demonic ritual, 20 brimstone whores, basically luring his one grotesque star out of hiding. He did deep strike the Gangbusters unit. So out at the gate, it's a pretty simple turn. I killed a unit. I obviously failed to kill the second Ravager, but we did set up ourselves to get a lot of secondary points in the future turns, and we did set up to get kill and hold more pretty dominantly. Now here's Wyatt's first turn. He's going to come at me. He's going to send his grotesques that he deployed on the table across at me. He's going to set up his Dark Reapers with a fire and fade to try to take out a Contemptor. Now I will say, without their ability to shoot twice now, via the big FAQ that just dropped, they're not nearly as scary as they once were. They used to come out, shoot twice, and then hide. That's not the case. So they actually failed to kill a Contemptor on turn 1. He's going to move his Ravager out, which is limping along on 1 wound, try to do some damage, and he's going to put a lot of bullets into my bubble wrap, because he would like to send these grots through instantly and catch a Demon Prince, but I kind of calculated he didn't have the bullets to get through them, so the road bump, the speed bump would be there, not letting him get into my Demon Princes. And, you know, thus coming across the table, he knows they're going to die, but he's going to take some units with him. And he does learn kind of a valuable lesson as this game progresses, that Nurglings are kind of hard for grotesques to kill. My Nurglings are going to continuously pester him throughout the course of this game by always being objectives, always being closer to him than Demon Princes. He's going to hold, he's going to kill. Uneventful turn 1. As we go into turn 2, this is where we have to pour it on. The offense needs to come out. He's got 2 grotesque stars, 1 yet to show up. I have to take this unit out and still keep my Contemptor Dreadnoughts free to harass that Ravager and put wounds other places. I have to take this unit out 100% with Death Hex and the might of my arm. I did deep strike my Mutilators in the backfield, a late addition to my army via the FAQ. They're going to do what they do. I am going to score Recon, Headhunter. I'm going to kill, I'm going to hold. He's going to slide into turn 2. Now he has to react. It was an epic scrum in the middle of the table, but I did take out all the grotesques without losing anybody. Okay, tricky to do, but I had the right level of force to do it. Spent CPs to fight twice to kill other units. This is a great move. He's going to send his 1 wound Ravager back up to body block my Mutilators from getting to his Engineers. He's going to now deep strike in his Gangbuster unit, and he's going to send Pink Misty in. This girl is a beast. I had to use Warp Surge to keep my Demon Prince alive. He's going to score Engineer. He's going to get hold and kill. We're going to slide into turn 3. I've got a Khorne Demon Prince with 1 wound left. I'm going to start bum rushing and blitzing his line. In my opinion, the game is over right here. I'm like, yo, I'm going to crush all his shit out. I got Recon. I got Headhunters. I killed a held. But unfortunately, I was wrong. I didn't kill nearly as much in his backfield as I thought. He was able to pull back with some of his weird eclectic unit choices. And this is bad. He killed the Khorne Demon Prince, and he's going to kill that Tzeentch Demon Prince. He's going to get a huge turn here. Tons of points. I'm suddenly on my heels because we've been playing a close game up until this point. So I had to pull back, send Airmon back, keep my last Demon Prince alive, throw a Death Hex out. All my C-Beams are going to go into that unit. We're going to almost max Gangbusters in this turn. So we're kind of going to match what he did to me. We're completely playing a different game now. We're playing from the backfield. We're done being on his side of the table. We're just going to try to get more points than him every turn. These C-Beamers are now free to do what they want. He doesn't have enough Reapers to shut them down. He doesn't have any more CPs. We are going to pick units up left and right. He's going to kill. He's going to hold. Now, turn 5, I'm rebuilding the wall. We're killing units. We finished it off. Max gangbusters. C-beams are going to take out the rest of his Dark Reapers. He has no range firepower. And now, only now, am I sealing the deal. His turn 5, he's only got some psychic powers. He's going to do some things with Executioner Smite. He's only going to hold. He didn't actually kill anything. Now in turn 6, it's all she wrote. You can see the final scores here. It's a very close game, ladies and gentlemen. I barely pulled it out. Big shout out to Jack of Clubs Painting, my man Wyatt Turk. We played a solid game for a couple of hours, had a blast. We're definitely going to cover this more on our tactics class. Now let's talk about the meta of this game, how it went down the way it did. Out the gate, going first was important for me. He did use Eldar trickery, dumped a bunch of CPs in the redeployments, kind of shifting my game plan, but I did learn my lesson. The last time that happened to me, I stuck with a centralized deployment, knowing he would do that so that he couldn't totally fuck me out of position. The stars and the MVPs of my game are definitely the Nurglings. They're very difficult for a Prophets of Fleshless to root up. They're always going to create problems. My big mistake was not respecting what the collective unit choices in his backfield do. I sacrificed 2 Demon Princes that didn't have to die. If I just pulled back, right, kept my Nurgling shield strong, much stronger position. I gave up 2 big game hunter points there and 2 kills. That was a brutal turn for me, but I pulled back, shifted, went after the gangbusters. I didn't think I was going to get the gangbusters. I thought I was just going to table them, but I had to pull back, use all the resources of my army. This time it wasn't the strength of my close combat arm when I took out the gangbusters units. It was the C-beams combined with a death hex, and then it was the follow-up charge from a Demon Prince. It was a tight game. In his opinion, I believe he said he could have done things a little bit differently too with some of his deployment opportunities. He also learned how to change his list. He thinks he's going to bring a 3rd Ravager in. He thinks he's going to swap around the way he runs the Grotesque. So all in all, when you can have a game that close and you both can identify mistakes you made and ways to grow from them and how to adjust the list in those matchups, it's a good game no matter what. Big shout out to Wyatt. Having a blast with him on the podcast. Anyway, guys, play on, players.